Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Big Gaucho's stock investing show that's completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys.
What it do, baby? It's your boy T Money. Tyler, let's get it.
Hey guys, David, and hope everyone's having a great Friday.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
sir. We got a very special guest on the show. He's a great friend of mine, great friend of the show. He's a expert in stocks just like us. So we're gonna have him on, see what his thoughts are. We got Msthew Cusson. Everybody,
Hey.
Hey guys, how you doing?
very exciting. An ASU
Super
legend.
happy to be here.
Hell yeah. Want to get your thoughts on this. I don't know if anyone saw this coming. I know we talked about it a little bit a couple episodes ago, but Hertz Rent-A-Cars is filing for bankruptcy officially now.
At least it's not Avis Budget Group, so I'm good. Their
Yes.
stock is going up. They went up $4 or $5 the past week. So, your boy's making some money.
Right, that's right. So I think Hertz might be a move if they get bailed out or they can restructure well enough,
Is that the path they're going to go down? Is restructuring?
Yeah, it was saying chapter 11, so they could if they wanted to.
Okay.
I don't know how you restructure if you're Hertz though, right? Because unless you have you turn your fleet of cars into like self-driving cars, like Hertz makes sense when you have constant travel, but like it's one of those things where it's like down the stream of Corona, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it definitely is because I don't think many people want to be in a vehicle that a bunch of random strangers are touching, and also no one really has a reason to get one unless your car's in the shop because no one's going on vacation anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. And where is a Hertz other than connected to an airport?
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, Enterprise has like freestanding locations. That's probably why they're not like completely under yet.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I wonder if, in light of the COVID, if these rental car companies will start, cleaning the insides with disinfectants between customers now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they definitely have to. I mean, they would get canceled so fast.
They're going to put like a little mini clean kit in every car.
Like a little bottle of Lysol wipes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And some spray. Just
It'll be part of the Carfax. How many times it was disinfected?
What
days?
How many? You have to disclose now if any COVID patients were in the car.
Oh my. But I mean, hey, on good news though, if Hertz does go down and liquidate all their assets, we are definitely copping a couple cars.
Yeah, I was just about to say that they're gonna have some smoking deals, and all those cars they aren't any newer than 2018 or so.
Wow.
They aren't any older than that, so
Hey, they got some nice cars. They all have pretty low mileage on them too.
I think I'm gonna get an upgrade.
Me too.
Yes, sir. Fauci's saying Moderna's vaccine's looking good too. Just as a quick update on that.
I was looking at that a little bit too, but the results from their phase 1 vaccination is not publicly available yet. And, of course, with science, there's a peer review process just to make sure, the results are legit.
Right.
And the peer review is supposed to take place in a couple of weeks now. So that's the real test. Dr. Fauci looked at the results and he said it looked promising, but really the peer review is going to be the final nail. If if other people in the field agree with the findings, then that'll be really promising.
Does that have to do with like the peer review is just for the study? That doesn't have to do with the FDA approval and all that?
Yeah, it's just for the study.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that really is FDA or if that's a different process or not, but it's definitely for the study.
Yeah, I just knew that was definitely a big hurdle for them is getting over the FDA stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think it might be a little bit easier just because right now it's it's a worldwide emergency.
Yeah, I feel that.
So you think if it gets approved, then does that make it an official vaccine, or does it go through FDA and all that?
Well, still got to get FDA approved before they could manufacture it here, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking about another 4 weeks before our vaccine comes out.
Right.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
more than
it,
that.
it could be even longer than that because I mean they're fast tracking it, but I mean there's still time, right? And they still do have to go through like some sort of testing, right?
Yeah, there's still more testing that needs to take place. The phase 2 is when they are going to test the vaccine on a much larger population, and then they want to try to do phase 3, which may not be possible in the circumstance because that has to do with giving the vaccine to people in areas that have a high chance of getting an infection to see if it actually provides immunity.
Like vulnerable people, like potentially with autoimmune disorders.
No, not really that. Just in areas that are known to have active infections.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's
So
super dangerous.
yeah, because normally what they do is they just check for antibodies in the blood afterwards for phase 1 and phase 2. But phase 3, they're just gonna try to make sure that you don't get sick.
So, I
I
mean,
got
it sounds like if people aren't getting sick or discovered to be getting sick at least, then we might be in the clear because he's saying he's excited about the economy reopening too. So it sounds like maybe maybe he's got that insider information. I don't want to accuse Fauci of insider trading or anything,
check
but
the stats.
yeah, because nobody's that optimistic right now except him, seemingly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still got my money on the 2-month vaccine we talked about a couple episodes ago. So we'll see how that goes.
Maybe like developed, but I don't think it'll be mass manufactured for at least a year from now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sadly, but the price you pay, I guess.
Didn't they what's it called make another deal with another vaccine company like the other day?
Yeah, it was
I saw something
Novavax.
recently where someone got like a $1.5 billion contract or something from the
Yeah, that's what I'm
government
talking
to
about.
like
I
make some
forgot what the
vaccine.
company was.
Yeah. There's a lot of companies that are those are pretty much the only companies that are trending on stock news right now. I was just talking about this earlier, but all of the top like 20, like whatever you search for, it's all pharma and like biotech and all that.
Okay, got you. The great vaccine race continues.
Yes, just like the Cold War, it will never end. Which is probably good for us anyway.
Yep.
I wonder how
Goldman's
Clorox stock's doing.
Clorox probably really good because really dominant with like antibacterial.
Oh yeah.
And
Their factory is going even harder than the money machines.
yeah, they're going really hard, and also, people are injecting that because that's the cure.
Oh
So
my.
yeah,
Don't do that for all the people out there. All viewers, do not inject yourself with disinfectant, please.
Yeah.
Official take.
Just a quick disclaimer.
I don't know if this even has to be. I don't know if this even has to be official, but if you drink fishbowl cleaner or bleach, you're a dumbass. So we need a disclaimer for everything though, because someone will probably try it.
Yeah,
I
quick
mean,
disclaimer. Do
you
not
may
do
as well just skip the step and go right into injecting formaldehyde into your blood.
that.
Good God. But I'm not willing to take a risk on that, but I might be willing to follow Goldman Sachs advice and take a risk on the Brazilian stock market. They're saying it could turn positive, and I don't know like everything about their index, but they're saying it could go up to 99,000 points because I guess they're down 22% with all the COVID stuff. So Goldman's saying there's big potential there for people trying to park their money in alternative markets. Would you guys buy Brazilian stocks with me?
Yeah, it depends on the company. But to be honest, I'm surprised that Goldman Sachs didn't say to buy when we first had the crash here in the US and the States. So
Right. Well, I think the 22% down is a fairly recent development.
okay.
That could be why.
That makes sense. Because like they kind of know now that the trend is that a lot of other stock markets and companies are starting to get affected from it. So I guess it could be a good time to buy.
Maybe we could get Ford to like trade on the Brazilian stock exchange since they're doing so bad here. Just like a reset button.
A little
True.
reset. A little
I need to find myself
diversification.
a high dividend stock.
Check Brazil, honestly.
Do you think they give some high dividend stocks?
I don't know. I
What
have
is
no idea.
going on in Brazil? Like, what are they doing?
I think it's just a
Like
really
Brazilian
bad
stock.
code.
What is a Brazilian stock? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
What
the
businesses are
reason,
going on?
dude, I have absolutely no idea, honestly.
This is probably like companies that are traded on the Brazilian stock exchange.
Yeah, but I have no idea what's available there. I don't even know what's the biggest company from Brazil.
Fogo de chao.
Oh, is it? No.
No, I'm
There's
just
no
fucking with
way.
you. I'm just fucking
Yeah.
with you. Oh, wow. I gotta keep this shit clean. But yeah, Brazilian stocks. Um, I know the reason that the index is down as a whole is because it just said that Brazil is the second fast growing place in the world with coronavirus cases.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
What's number one?
It's their
The good old
central bank.
USA?
Oh no, Russia.
Damn it.
Really?
We're not
Russia?
number one.
I thought you meant the stock. You don't want to be number one for this.
We're always number one.
No, I thought
Everything.
well, we probably were number one at one point, but
I'm sure. I mean, we
I
got
guess
we got
that's good.
cases.
That's good that it's slowing down a little
Yeah.
bit then.
Yeah,
That
I
is
mean
really
our
good.
our cases are going up so high. But yeah, I meant the Brazilian stocks. The biggest one is it's an ETF for their central banking,
Okay.
which I guess makes sense. I mean, I don't know what kind of major industry they even have there.
Yeah, I have no
A lot of
idea either.
recreation, I think, goes out of there because my former roommate Isaac, he runs recreation like fireworks companies and stuff. Like big cruise ships and stuff are based out of there.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh, and then probably like, didn't they do the World Cup there a couple of times?
Yeah.
Well, they had the Olympics. I think that was back in 2016, right?
Yeah, something like that.
The
Yeah.
Rio de Janeiro Olympics. But I remember
Mhm.
after the Olympics, the Olympic villages are just completely uninhabited because no one can afford to live in those places anymore.
Right, because they're too expensive, so everyone's still living in like favelas.
Yeah, which is kind of sad actually.
That's messed up.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, but that's interesting, Matt. I didn't know they had cruise ships in Brazil. Actually, I might have to look into that because
Well, it's
we're
like
big on.
destination stuff. It's like destination stuff, right? So I think it's like big entertainment or like suppliers for cruise ships and stuff like that, right?
Oh, so like it's a big port.
Right.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
I see.
Okay.
cruise ships do that scummy thing where they just like fly their flag wherever they can get the cheapest tax rate or whatever.
Pretty much.
But like suppliers and stuff like that, a lot of entertainment for that kind of like recreation stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. I dig that. I should look into that and see what companies are headquartered in Brazil. Maybe buy on the Brazilian exchange instead of the US one. But it sounds like they do a lot of importing, so maybe that's it.
Yeah, and it's also a really big tourist attraction. So you might want to look into some of their resorts and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Once this all reopens, I mean, they're number 2 in the world for COVID, so we might have to wait a while.
Yeah. You know how I am. Long-term investments is the way to go.
Hey, that trade war with China's been going on pretty long term, and Tyler's saying it could be trade war part 2.
Mm.
What do you think about that, Tyler?
I think it might be. Tensions are
Expound.
increasing. Just based off of the stock market, it's kind of staying flatlined. It's not going up too much. It's not going down too much. Because like we're optimistic about a vaccine potentially being discovered, so that's causing the market to go up.
Right.
But at the same time, now we're getting into the other business aspects. For example, China, we're starting to have more tension towards them, which is also causing the market to fluctuate a little bit. But based on the good news and the bad news, it's kind of like just keeping it flatline.
That's interesting. And also, I feel like that I feel like that bill that just passed the Senate that was proposing to delist all Chinese companies that are headquartered out of China, that might be affecting it too. I think you're right on that theory.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll see how it goes. To be honest, I wants it to end, so the stock market could go up. But if tensions increase, it could cause us to go down in the longer run, especially depending on how severe it gets and how long we take it.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Dave, aren't you invested in some companies that import from China?
I probably am. Let's see. Ford probably does. They probably build their parts in China. I know they build
Yeah.
in Mexico, but maybe China
Mexico.
too.
Yeah, I know a lot of the
Um,
Detroit companies are doing Mexico right now.
Let me
But
see.
automakers are tanking hard right now. No one wants to buy a 2021 truck right now.
Yeah, probably Micron. I think so. Micron Technology, they build those chips, for smartphones or computers or whatever.
Oh, for the big computer in the dash.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
pretty sure they do some work either in China or they ship to China.
all roads lead to China.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a big market.
Hey, you boys like gambling at all?
You know me too well, Austin.
Bro,
You know me too well.
I do for sure. I think we all have a taste for it. There's a new article that came out today, and they're saying day trading has replaced sports betting as America's pastime. Obviously, since sports aren't on, but that's basically all we do every day. We just gamble and buy stocks.
Kind of.
I can't really think of a better pastime. I'm getting the degen tingles just hearing this this news. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You think it'll put casinos out of business because people realize they can just invest in the stock market?
No way.
No.
Yeah, not a chance. I mean, gamblers. I mean, if you're like actually that type of like the type of guy who's like ooh itchy because sports isn't like on TV that you got to start getting into the stock market. You want that cash like really quick. That's why these guys are day trading. There's nothing long term about it. Like they're just waiting until casinos will let them put gloves on and touch those chips again.
Just addicted to losing money.
Yes, I mean, they're just the way I see it is they just love donating money to the like to the casino. You know, it's just charitable.
Yeah, that trader or that gambler that went broke is the biggest philanthropist in everyone's hometown.
Yeah, I think it definitely has to do with gambling. You have a very instantaneous reward system where you really can get, excited really fast and easily.
It's also like the gambler's fallacy too, to go off of that.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
once you get like one win, you just think every time after that's going to be a big win. That's why they always say the first one's free.
That's why you gotta know when to cash out.
Mhm.
That's right.
Got to keep it up 40%.
Keep it 40%.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking $40 at the casino and just playing and then just playing until you lose it all. I mean, I don't think
No,
there's
there's
anything wrong with
not.
that.
It's the same thing as like what we do with cheap stocks for real.
But you
Well,
see,
yeah.
that's like entertainment. You do it for fun. Like you go bowling, you spend money. You go play anything, any type of game. Go to Dave and Buster's. Shout out Dave and Buster's, not sponsored.
Yeah,
You
that's
spend
right.
money to play games. You don't win anything, but you have a good time and you enjoy it with the people you're around. Same thing with
Exactly.
gambling.
You definitely do. But it's
You just described
interesting.
my entire schedule, honestly, Tyler. Just gambling, bowling, and Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, me
That's the
too.
weekend.
Just to a T. That's a perfect life. I mean, it's smart in a way that people are using their stimulus checks to buy stock. That was a big new statistic, which I mean I can see a better way to do it honestly, because if you know what you're doing or you have just a little bit of like due diligence, you can make it back.
hmm Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me because, people, if they don't need the money immediately and they have, a decent amount saved up just in case of emergencies,
Right.
it doesn't surprise me that people are just putting that stimulus check into the market because they don't need it and the market's kind of low historically. So, just put it in there and, who knows, in 5 years it might triple.
That's what he said.
Bye.
Bye bye bye.
Bye.
It's a buy alert. You know what else we should tell him to buy?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Big winners, big losers. big winners, big losers, and sleepers.
Hit that soundtrack.
Wow, that was the worst transition I've done in a while.
That was pretty
We
good. I
got-
liked it.
It's keeping it real for the fans, you know. All right, we got Splunk up 20.81%. They're a big tech developer. They do a lot of stuff with they do a lot of stuff with COVID tracking. That's not what I'm laughing at. They do a lot of stuff with COVID tracking, like if you've come into contact with somebody, that's kind of what they're working on, and also finding testing sites.
Okay.
It's
I'm starting to
respectable.
see a pattern. All of our big winners from a couple of our podcasts have been COVID related.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have any breakthrough, you better bet that your stock's gonna go through the roof.
Well, yeah, I would agree. And that's just like the main thing everyone's focused on right now. Like I saw Dave briefly today earlier, and we were talking about like, oh, do you know when the primaries are on for the presidential election that's coming up in like, 6 months? And we couldn't even think of a date, or we hadn't even heard any news about that, because I mean, it just shows how big this impact is. I mean, nobody's even focused on like elections right now. It used to be so hotly contested.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly haven't paid attention to politics in a very long time.
That's not a priority right now. That's probably why.
It's about making money.
I mean, yeah, there's other things going on that just makes it not a priority, but I don't know.
Tyler,
It's interesting.
Tyler, what did you say, Tyler?
I said right now the priority is making money.
True.
It feels like there's not a lot of like politics even going on, right? Like, so to speak. Because like everyone's just pretty much releasing their own what's going on with COVID every day.
I agree
And like
with
other
that.
than that, like every country is doing that. So no one's worrying about like what the hell else is going on. They're just trying to get shit right in their own country, you know?
Yeah, and like the only things that are coming out are either politicians doing inside trading or they're trying to figure out a new bill to pass to give to the American people, like a new stimulus check or a stimulus bill.
Yeah, dude, and it's all related, because all of the inside trading is relating to COVID and like big sell-offs for pharma and stuff like
Mhm.
Exactly.
that.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because before all this happened, the news cycle was really rapid, because it seemed like every day there was a new huge story breaking, and
Yeah.
then now it's like nothing's going on.
Yeah, it was all about the election, but also like I think the reason we're not hearing anything about politics right now is because everyone's on the same team. Like no candidate is pro-COVID, you know.
Yeah, no.
So,
F the
think it's-
virus.
yeah, really. I think it's kind of a center line, you know.
Yeah.
And then we also got Redfin up. I know we had them on a sleeper a while back, but they're up 7.2%. So if you listen to the sleeper stocks a couple episodes and you bought, we made you 7%. So you're welcome.
You're welcome. Big
You're
gauchos
welcome.
make big dollars.
You guys already know they're a real estate brokerage service, kind of like Zillow. It's the same thing. You like search for properties and find new homes. I use them all the time personally for work, and they're actually trending because they have the biggest data centers, and they have the most access to data about what the real estate market's doing. So lately in the news cycle, they've been a forerunner, and they always have the newest updates. So everyone's kind of turning to Redfin for data right now more than houses.
I was also reading Redfin is developing. I don't know if you may have talked about it here before, if it was a sleeper, but they're developing that thing where you can auto like sell them your house, just like by entering in like a few points of data. They'll just give you an offer on your house that like they think is reasonable.
Yeah, they're starting to compete with that. Zillow's doing that too. And then also you have the big they're called iBuyers, like OfferPad and Open Door. So there's a lot of people trying to compete in that space.
I wonder if they're going to ask you if you have had someone in the house with the corona.
Yeah, because that's a disclosure on real estate contracts. Like you have to disclose if there was a death or like a person with a certain disease in the house. So Maybe that'll become a future question on the contract,
Mm.
Yeah, I could see that if we do not find a vaccine or some type of medication for it.
Has a person with COVID lived here in the last 25 years?
Yes. Oh, value goes down 20%.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Keep it down 20%.
Keep it at 40%.
I miss boxing.
We're definitely gonna get back in it.
Yeah, we'll have to. We got Hewlett Packard, biggest loser, 11.49% down. Foot Locker,
HP.
8.49% down.
Foot Locker.
They're not related, but they're really interesting big losers for the day.
I personally love Foot Locker. Shout out Foot Locker for all my basketball gear. Hashtag not sponsored, but
You had the shoes on deck.
for those that didn't see our last video, I picked up some heat from Ross. So I could see why Foot Locker is going down, because everybody's going to Ross and they are banking on them right now. Their
That's
sales
right.
are going crazy.
That was
And,
our sleeper last episode, by the way.
Yeah, and guess what? Literally the day after this podcast, the stock went up $7, $8. I was like around 5% increase there. So if you bought in when I told you to, you made some money.
There you go. Can we believe we're actually making you guys money?
Wow.
These guys are winners. People, subscribe. Obviously.
Yeah.
We are not tonight's big loser.
Nope. But honestly, I love Foot Locker, so I might throw in a couple dollars just for sentimental value.
I wonder.
You might as well.
I wonder why Hewlett Packard's going down though. That's kind of weird. I guess nobody's buying printers for the office.
Or computers.
Yeah. I mean, it feels weird because like a lot of people, I'm at Apple, right? And it feels like, at least in terms of computers, it's been pretty busy. Like supposedly sales have been up, like stuff's doing really well, right? So it feels weird with like a work at home environment that people are like purchasing fewer computers, especially right now.
Yeah, you'd think they want to be using it right now, is what you're saying? Just like with
Right,
downtime.
exactly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Or is it maybe because states are opening and now they're starting to leave their houses, so they don't need to use their computer and they can use their work computers?
Maybe.
That could also be the thing.
That's very plausible.
Yeah.
It could also just be like a reaction to like a downtrend. Like maybe at the beginning, a little bit earlier, a couple of weeks ago, they could have been up a little bit.
Yeah.
On them,
Just
looks
like slight
but-
correction.
Yeah, because the stock market's just betting on the futures anyway, so they're probably just betting like, 6 months down the line with 33% of small businesses failing because of the pandemic, then nobody will buy computers or printers and tech stuff anymore.
That makes sense.
That's what I would do. What else I would do is cash out all my portfolio and put it on Foot Locker.
Hell yeah.
Hype Beast will survive any recession.
True. Hey, for all those that do follow sneakers, the Ben & Jerry Dunks are coming out next Tuesday.
Those looked ridiculously.
They're
nice,
fire. $100 resale value of over $1,000. So if any sneakerheads are listening, definitely try and cop.
Bro, those are so tight. My girlfriend was nice. She saw me looking at them. She tagged me in a giveaway. And
Yeah, she tagged me too.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks,
I was
Bridget.
like,
Well, and we live not far away from a Nike SB retailer that'll have those shoes in stock on those days.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. At Tempe Town Marketplace or Tempe Marketplace, right?
Tempe Marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It's you have to look it up on the Nike SB like website, right? But there's a store. I'd never heard of it before I looked it up. But there's actually like a couple in Arizona that'll have the shoes on that day.
Hey,
Wait,
we're going.
what day are they dropping again?
Tuesday.
They're dropping Tuesday and tomorrow and Tuesday. That's what it is. I believe.
Wait, tomorrow?
So I believe it's Saturday and Tuesday. I remember Austin sent me one of the advertising pieces of it, and so I looked at it.
Yeah, I did.
I remember it was a Saturday and a Tuesday drop, like two of them where they would have stock of the shoe.
Hey. Oh, dude, we gotta camp out because those are reselling for like $1,300 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see Tyler
honestly,
in a tent outside the store tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just all head to Tempe Marketplace right after this.
Yeah, I'm about to. You're gonna see Tyler trying to, do some favors to the manager to get a pair of shoes.
Dude, I would definitely do a couple favors.
Hey, so
100%.
you're coming in my tent for a little bit.
For resale value like that, yeah.
Oh God.
So
That's
yeah,
that's better than flipping houses.
yeah, Austin, text me after this podcast so we can see if we can make a run to tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I will. Let's link up.
Are you
Yeah.
actually
And
gonna camp outside?
No, dude, I'm going hiking tomorrow. I can't.
Damn it.
All right, we'll figure it out later. But
Okay,
if you
okay,
don't get those shoes tomorrow, first sleeper stock of the day, Caterpillar. They make some sick shoes too, but they're also doing really well with their construction equipment because of all the new builds and new construction going on. That's what's really popular in real estate right now. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but it's true. Nobody's wanting a dilapidated house right now when the interest rates are low enough to buy a brand new one. So they be zooming on the building. And also, nobody's out, so you got plenty of time to remodel and rebuild.
I love Caterpillar, dude. I would love to have one of those forklifts.
I would
Dude,
too.
they're pretty badass, honestly. Like they may make a comeback just with like the recreational user, after this.
The recreational forklift user.
Love that.
Super
It's like
casual.
if you would typically buy a golf cart but you're actually like a prepper, like a doomsday prepper, then you own one of those things.
Yeah, you like it's like Sun City where they just drive golf carts around everywhere, like the old people that just start driving forklifts.
Just raised it up. Started driving.
So gas. We got Prudential on there too, insurance and financial. It's basically banking. It's good for a lot of homes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's going up just because interest rates are low again. So kind of a theme. And then we got everyone's favorite, Alibaba. It's the third
Chinese
sleeper of the day.
Amazon.
Chinese Amazon.
Yeah, they could definitely be a sleeper, especially if they do not get delisted. Their stock's going back up.
I don't think they will, dude. So many businesses here get supplied by Alibaba.
Exactly.
Never say never. Never say never.
But like they're getting hurt right now because of the news. So
Mhm.
Right.
It could be a time to buy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would gamble on buying it personally because I think they'll find some way to get an exemption from being delisted.
Yeah, I agree.
So like they may be able to sell here, but I was actually hearing like supply chain within China is still pretty restricted. So I think it may take a little bit longer for them to recover because even if China is opening up right now, like the movement within is still going to take some time.
That's true.
To open back up because they were under pretty strict quarantine, like by the government.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I mean, maybe it's a good long-term hold. You just gotta bank on that Senate bill not passing, delist the
Mhm.
Chinese companies.
Mm.
Well,
Hopefully it doesn't. I just don't
know.
want to escalate the tension between our countries.
No, I don't either, and I think it's crazy to say, but I think Alibaba's a big part of it. I mean, Jack Ma is a billionaire, so it's a super powerful company.
Yeah.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Yeah, I know.
Why can't we just be cooperative trade partners, please?
So we can all profit
At
and
the very
make
minimum,
money
please.
and gains for
the
everybody.
remix, the remix, bro. You know who else we're friends with? Our next sponsor. Who wants to guess? It's something that goes on a ship.
The sale.
Alibaba.
No. Alibaba does go on a ship. It's something that holds a ship in place.
Oh,
Starts with
Anchor.
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 That's right. Let's roll that sponsor real quick. Anchor, we love you. I hope we don't ever run out of puns to introduce that ad read.
Love you.
I'm gonna write some of my own.
You're gonna write your own Anchor ad.
No, some more puns.
Oh, I mean, you could just give them a free ad space.
What's
Nah,
big? What's
You don't do
black?
that for free.
What's heavy? It's an anchor.
Anchor. So we got an interesting market prediction today. So we got to predict for Tuesday because it's Memorial Day on Monday. So Matthew, just real quick, what we do, we predict the Dow Jones numbers, what the index is going to close at the next day, and we just kind of make it a game. So we record the points and everything. So if you wanna chip in,
Okay.
feel free to.
Okay.
What do you boys think? We had a little bit of a loss today.
Well, Austin, you won today, so you
Took
get
the
to make
dub
the first
today.
call.
I get to make the first call.
You get to make the first call.
Okay. Well, I think everyone's gonna be a little bit ecstatic because it's Memorial Day. And we closed down just a little bit today. You know, it's not anything to be too concerned about. We got over the hunch of the jobless claims, so I think we should be covered there. I don't know, boys. It might be a little bit of a green day. I'm gonna say 24-6 for Tuesday.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
a little jump.
Yeah, like nothing too crazy because I think everyone's gonna be relaxed for Memorial Day and they're gonna forget about some of this stuff. So I'll say 24-6.
I think I'm gonna go and say it's gonna be a red day.
Red Day, bold move.
So I'm gonna predict that over the weekend some really big things are gonna happen. So Amazon is gonna go bankrupt and liquidate, and they're gonna get
Yeah, I'm
delisted.
sure.
So the market's gonna go down to about 5,000 points.
Oh my.
Dude, that's worse than 2008.
Just kidding. No, I don't know. I'm just feeling it's gonna be a red day, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be around 24,200.
Oh,
It's nice,
okay.
Dave. I'm not gonna lie. I guess we're thinking on the same wavelength because I was about to say that too.
All right, so like 24,202.
No, that's yours. That's yours. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
You can
What do you
take
think?
that. I don't care.
What do you
Doesn't
think,
bother
Big
me.
T? Are you ballpark on that?
So the reason I was thinking Red Day 2 was because nothing really crazy is happening right now. There hasn't been any like major bad news unless over this weekend we hear of complete shutdown of Chinese exports and imports, and then it'll be a green day. But I feel like things are starting to get quiet, and there's no news coming out, so I'm thinking red day. So I'm gonna say 24 100.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they'd pass that bill either. Whoa, a 300-point drop in one day. Hey.
I actually agree with Austin. I think it's probably going to be green here, especially if we're just talking in the next week.
Well, just for Tuesday. Like what do you think
just
it'll
for
jump
Tuesday.
to on Tuesday? Yeah.
Jump to on Tuesday. Okay, I still think we're probably going to be green because like stuff is slowly opening back up. I think it's going to trend upwards. I'd probably be comfortable saying like what you said, like 24-6, like something reasonable. But I think opening back up is going to make things more confident.
So what's your number,
Facts.
Matt?
I'd be comfortable at like 24-5, maybe not as big of a jump as Austin. Probably close to
Okay.
24-5.
So pretty flat, yeah, 24-5 because we
Yeah.
closed at 24-64,
Yeah.
24-464, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can respect that. I think you might be right, honestly. Like I think Matthew's going to be the closest cuz like he's right. There's going to be no news coming out this weekend.
Yeah, so far everything's pretty flat
Yes, sir.
until something crazy happens, and then get ready, buckle up.
Just gives us more to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a video message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send in an investing tip. We might play it on the show. Come on, start talking to us. Matt, thanks for coming on the show. Always a pleasure to talk to you. We love having guests too.
100%. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hell yeah. Tyler,
It was
you know what to do.
really great time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
All right, guys. Quick disclaimer that we are not licensed brokers and that everything said in this podcast is our opinions and from our experiences. So please take that into consideration when you guys are making investments in the stock market. because we are not liable for any loss. But if you do make any gains, please let us know because we're directly responsible for that.
That's right.
That being said, invest safely, Big Gauchos, and have a great Memorial weekend.
Yes, sir. You guys be safe out there. There's a lot of crazies out this weekend.
Yeah. So if we're gonna be hitting up some online gambling,
I know one of us will.
Hey, I'll be all over that.
Yeah. So please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below, and check us out on Anchor /FM/Gauchos. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and check out our.
Hey.
And David, you want to hit him with check us out on Insta?
Oh yeah, hit up our Instagram page at Big Gauchos. We post some pretty cool stuff sometimes.
You
All
already
the
know.
time. All the time.
Thanks for supporting. As always, good night from Arizona. We hope you made some money today.